I think one of our main philosophies when it comes to our programs on Olmsted is not limiting the residents' exposure to different topics. A lot of people might have a different idea of what a program in a memory support neighborhood is, but we try to keep things very high, intelligent level programs.
One of the higher level programs that Kristen was mentioning does include our Opening Minds Through Art program. Not only does Goddard House have the unique situation of being able to have a full-time art therapist on staff, but also that art therapist supervises 2 graduate interns from Lesley University.
So OMA is an abbreviation that stands for Opening Minds Through Art. It is an art making program that was designed specifically for people with dementia or memory loss. It was created by Dr. Elizabeth Locon at the Scripps Gerontology Center at the University of Miami, Ohio. And really, she took her 2 passions of art and working with older adults and put them together in a program that's really aimed, again, to support people with dementia so that they're able to access their creative capacity. So in an Opening Minds Through Art program, an artist, which is a resident with dementia, is paired with a trained volunteer to create a piece of abstract artwork. Here at Goddard House, we use master's level expressive arts therapy students from Lesley University who intern here. It can be a caregiver, but there's usually an intergenerational sort of component to the program with the volunteer. And then the art piece or art making part of OMA is we have various projects that are broken down into simple steps using a wide variety of art media. When you put the steps together, they make a really complex art piece. So it's almost like the art is layered, and in the end you have this beautiful abstract art piece, and we look at the art, we discuss the art, and it really makes the person who created the art feel like a real artist, regardless of their art experience. The program is failure-free. It's designed in a way that no matter what you do, you're gonna come up with an image that's beautiful and interesting. The science behind OMA, really how it works is it celebrates the strengths that people with dementia still have. You know, it's really based in the idea that dementia does not diminish your creative capacity, and that's something I really believe in as an art therapist and is really celebrated here at Goddard.
So I've seen a lot of positive experiences in OMA programs specifically. You can really see with the residents that a lot of them will tell you, I can't make art, I can't do this, but they'll come and they'll sit and they'll come for the company and just to do something different and try something. Not everyone's willing to, but it's really fun to see someone try something for the first time and being like, wow, I did this and I can't believe I did that. It's just kind of a really beautiful moment, and the whole point of the OMA program is that it doesn't have to be perfect. It can look any type of way and it's still amazing and it's still produced by you. Ellen is a wonderful lady. She was new to Goddard House after she moved in, and she sat down and she saw the watercolors and immediately just kind of started picking out colors, and she just had like such unique brush strokes that were so fun, and she was just was honestly dancing across the page. And as she was going, she would just start singing, and I honestly just saw a part of her come alive, and she was just singing different songs. It was all these different paint motions and colors were bringing up so many emotions for her, and it was just so fun to watch her like kind of figure out the art process just through herself. I didn't have to guide her. Sometimes I would sing along with her just because it felt like a wonderful moment to be there and connect in that way.
My name is Jonathan Green, and I moved my mom into Olmsted at Goddard House 6 months ago. The transition to Olmsted went really well for my mom. Felt comfortable right away. And then, but I think that was really eased by the arts program that was here. And I think it was even in the first week she was doing an OMA project with some other people, and her painting was just gorgeous. And so it kind of got pride of place in the sort of exhibit that came out of it, and also she holding it became sort of the poster child for the newsletter, and she was really happy. I think that the arts program has been a really therapeutic thing for her. making art and then making art together in community is like the best thing ever. So I think that's been a key thing for her.
So what we see with the artists that participate in OMA in terms of their cognitive abilities is kind of regardless of where their abilities might be, when they participate in art, we really just kind of see them like wake up. Some residents have an increased verbal output. Maybe somebody who doesn't talk a lot might talk a little bit more. We find that just using the art is a great way to form connections with the artist. A story I can tell was a resident was working on an OMA piece once, and all of a sudden out of nowhere she said, you know, it really reminds me of my mom. Something just kind of sparks something in their brain, and we get to hear these memories and hear these stories. So of course in the moment I said, well, you know, tell me about your mom. And she told us about how her mom baked the best cookies, and I kind of teased her. I said, well, no, that can't be true because my mom bakes the best cookies. And it really just became this really special kind of interaction. And I'm getting a little emotional talking about it because in the moment she got really emotional and started crying and just said, you know, I really miss my mom. And it was just so special to hear her talk about her mom, see the love she still has. So we ended up, I said, can I give you a hug? She said, yes, we hugged, and she went on her day, and it was just the most beautiful experience to be right there with her, hear about her mom when she's never talked about her mom in like the 2-3 years I've worked with her. So it was really special. We always hear that Alzheimer's dementia can be, it is a very, sad disease. Families are often grieving loved ones, but when you're just working with someone in that moment, you see all the things they still can offer, everything they still have. And I just had so much fun with it, really.